Okay, good morning, everyone. Sorry. We'll continue our discussion with Chapter 7, Managing Human Resource. And we already done discussing the different downsizing option. Sorry. So, we are done with the other some examples of recruiting processes or sources. Now, if on our manpower planning or employment planning, lumabas that we are excess on what we are needed na tao, we will proceed with other downsizing option. Ibig sabihin, magbabawas talaga tayo ng, but I think this one already discussed na din last time. So these are the different downsizing options. We're in firing, layoff, attrition, transfer, reduce work week, early retirement, and the job sharing. Now, how do managers select job applicants? Other than um, identifying the job description and the job specification of that particular job, syempre dadaan ng aplikante sa different hiring process. There are many ways on how to assess yung mga applicants. But sometimes, there are some selection decision outcomes. Actually, we have four. It depends on the later job performance and the selection decision. Ibig sabihin, ano yung naging resulta nung job niya after the performance. So first, we have the reject error. It means that during selection, we reject the affected manpower or the applicant, but later on, it was successful on his or her job. Maybe on other work or other department or other company. So ibig sabihin, this is a reject error. We reject a successful applicant. Next, another error is the correct decision, or another outcome is the correct decision. You accept the you accept a successful applicant. So it means that your assessment is good, and then you have able to identify if fit talaga yung tao doon sa trabaho. Okay? So that's correct decision. Another outcome is another correct decision is you reject an successful applicant. Okay? So that is a correct decision. And the last outcome is the accept error wherein you accept the unsuccessful applicant. Okay? But how to check or how to confirm if the process or way of our assessing applicants is valid or reliable? So when we say reliability, it addresses whether a selection device measure the same characteristics consistently. Ibig sabihin, right now ba yung ating bang different ways or methods or measures how to assess yung ating mga applicants is reliable? It really give us the results that we want. For example, kaya ba niyang i-check talaga kung qualified ba yung tao or hindi? So that is a reliability. And then when we say validity, it is any selection device that managers use, such as application form, test, interview, must also demonstrate validity. It is based on the proven relationship between the selection device used and some relevant measures. For example, there are jobs na requires for you to make tough decisions. So part of your measure is giving um, situational questions or situational examination that will validate kung ano ba talaga yung kailangan sa trabaho. Or for example, a work that requires a technical knowledge about a certain software. So pwede natin gawin as a measure is an actual examination of using that software. So that is what we call the validity. It is a proven relationship that this device is relevant to our measure. So how effective are tests and interview? These are some of the selection devices that we have. Most of the applicants are must pass a written test. Yung written test, marami pa yung different type of written test. Merong behavioral test or personality test. And then part of it is the knowledge test or knowledge assessment test. Yung mga basic, kumbaga, titingnan kasi doon kung marunong ka mag-analyze ng problem, you know how to logically answer a question, mathematical question man yan, or as, I think also, yung grammatical error, kasama rin yan sa mga exam ngayon eh. So those are the common, pero bibihira na yung mga ganun. Normally, ngayon, ang ginagawa nila is, more on the personality. Kasi sometimes, they use personality as one of the job specification doon sa trabaho. Does your personality will fit doon sa kailangan doon ng trabaho. And then, yan, kaya sinabi ko kanina, the performance simulation test, wherein maybe a certain knowledge on the software is tatry kung talagang alam mo, or maybe magpapakita ka dapat ng mga projects mo related in using that software. Okay? And the last one is the interview. This is one of the common and always part of the selection process ng applicants. So, kailangan may interview talaga na ginagawa tayo dun sa mga applicants natin. Not just to know kung gaano ba sila kagaling mag-English or sumagot, but to know if ganun ba kabilis mag-process yung utak nila kapag may dumating na situation? For example, di ba yung mga questions, sometimes naman, maybe some of the questions are predicted, di ba? Ano yung mga common questions sa interview? Tell me about yourself, what are your strength and weakness, or how are you work in dealing with people, and then, or ano pa ba? Maybe some of the common questions is, how do you deal with stress? What are your current work? What is your greatest accomplishment with your previous job? Or if newly hired ka pa lang or wala ka pa talagang experience, what are your experiences on your OJT? So those are the common questions interview. So doon titingnan talaga kung ganun kabilis mag-process yung utak mo, or do you have this wit in terms of answering the question? So ganun. Most likely, tinitingnan din kasi dito yung personality mo. And there are some other interview questions that is not common, which is, kumbaga, bibigyan ka talaga ng mga situations, difficult situations that will make you think what will be your decision, especially kapag kailangan na mabilis ang decision. Okay, so those are some of the interview. And yung interview, dumadaan yan sa different series eh. It will start from the HR recruiter, then dadaan ka pa sa manager, HR manager, and then the manager of your department, the applicant for the technical interview. So technical interview, more on the job-related questions na siya. Okay? So all kinds of potential biases can creep to interview if they are not well structured and standardized. To illustrate, a review of the research leads us to the following conclusions. So these are the potential bias. So their prior knowledge about the applicant will bias the interview's evaluation. For example, yung employee is referral lang from an employee, yung applicant is just a referral ng isang employee. Maybe yung employee magbigay na ng initial input dun sa manager, so mag-interview na ganito siya. These are the characteristics. Possible yung prior knowledge na yon will give bias negatively and positively dun si applicant. So pwedeng ang thinking agad niya, magaling talaga yung applicant kasi ganito yung sinasabi sa kanya. So may prior knowledge na kasi siya or kakilala pala niya. 'Di ba? So those are some prior knowledge that will give bias to the interviewer's evaluation. Then, or meron pa yan. Madalas or sometimes, sige, huwag naman madalas, baka kasi mali tayo. Sometimes there are interviewers that look for the university or schools kung saan ka nag-aral on how will they perceive you as an applicant. Ano? And luckily, PUP HR managers or HR recruiters see PUP students or graduates as resilient and persevering dun sa mga ginagawa nila. Kumbaga, they know that PUP graduates are hardworking and yun, that sometimes I do forget the term na tawag nila sa mga PUP graduates na parang pag PUP graduates daw is kahit offeran mo ng maliit tatanggapin kasi kailangan ng trabaho. I just comment down below uh the exact term or basta hanapin ko mamaya pag nakita ko. Okay? Some of the other interview biases is the interviewer tends to hold a stereotype yan of what represents a good applicant. Yan. Same nung sinabi ko kanina, na i-stereotype minsan yung applicant depende sa school. Ano, kapag galing PUP, magaling. Kapag gantong galing school, mabilis magsawa. Kasi it depends na rin sa mga experiences nila doon sa mga previous applicants. Maybe, nagkaroon ng trend na yung ganito galing sa mga graduates ng ganitong school is mabilis magsawa or kulang yung naging knowledge nila about sa ganitong area. So may mga ganun tayo mga interviewers na parang ini-stereotype na talaga yung applicants. And then interviewer tends to favor applicants who share his or her own attitude. May mga ganun ding interviewers. Kapag nakita nila that they have the same attitudes, the same behavior, parang binibigyan nila ng favor kasi alam nila makakasundo nila or what. Okay? Then the order in which applicants are interviewed will influence evaluation. Sometimes yung order, for example, ikaw yung first interviewer, mahirap daw pag first interviewer kasi you will be the basis of the interviews. Kumbaga, ikaw yung magiging basis, the next interview will just assess, mas magaling ba tong pangalawa dun sa iyo or mas magaling yung una. So, napakahirap kapag ikaw yung una. Kapag naman daw last, minsan, parang yung interviewer already have in mind na okay na siya dun sa mga naunang interview and then ikaw yung last na possible mawalan na rin ng interest na sa sinasabi mo kasi nag-stick na dun sa utak niya na ito na yung tatanggapin niya. Okay? So, the order. And then, negative information is given unduly high weight. Yan, may mga negative siya narinig sa applicant na big deal ng interviewers. Okay? So, the interviewer may make decisions concerning the applicant's suitability within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the interview. First 4 or 5 minutes pa lang, para nagkaroon na kagad ng final assessment yung interviewer sa'yo. Given that the interview will took around 30 minutes to 1 hour. So, yan. And then, the interviewer may forget much of the interview contents within minutes after its conclusion. Yung utak kasi, madalas, yung interviewer, yun nga, parang sasabihin kasi niya, very common yung sagot. That's why, kapag ini-interview kayo, make yourself interested dun sa taong mag-i-interview sa inyo. Kumbaga, magbigay kayo ng mga information that is unique from you, unique from the work that you had. For example, pag tinanong ka last week nga ba? Last May 27, I undergone an interview with the operations manager ng isang company and then asked me what will be my contribution to the business or to the organization. So sabi ko, may ambagan po. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi. Commonly, applicants will answer that I am very hardworking, I will prioritize my work, I will do my best just to accomplish all my work. Kumbaga, yun. Parang ideally, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. Kailangan talaga ibibigay mo yung best mo sa trabaho mo. But, to answer the question, I answered the question as, maybe my greatest contribution is my commitment to work, giving my 200% of myself to the work during the working hours. Because you know what, growing up, I am an overachiever. Sinabi ko talaga yan. I'm an overachiever. I always find a way how to get the things that I really wanted, and I will not stop until I will get that one. So sabi ko, growing up, we always experience problem with our financial. That's why in our college, I have to look for scholarship. I did not stop there. And then, luckily, I got one, but it requires me to shift from my choice, which is education, to engineering course. So I took it. I enrolled in an engineering course or program, but it didn't stop me from taking what I want to become a teacher. That's why I took a master's and then applied to become a professor in BUP. I always do it. I always try to shift myself in getting what I want. I'm an overachiever. Another one is when I got win the Kaizen competition internationally in Indonesia. I tried it to compete in Epson for 3 times, for third time. And the third time gives me the gold prize in our company and gives me a chance to compete internationally. So I do not stop from achieving my dreams. So yun yung sinabi ko talaga. And luckily, I passed the interview and will be, my final interview will be the head, which is, I think ano na siya, yung international head nila, yung that will be the last interview. And mind you guys, ang pinakamahirap na interview is yung pagdating sa mga technical interviewers ng mga operations manager. But yung mga gano'n, ako kunyari, vice president or mga head na ng the other department, na foreigner, maybe more on ano na lang, kikilalanin ka na lang talaga nila. Kasi they really depend na rin dun sa mga operations manager na kung mag-hire sa inyo. Ano? So, make it more interesting about you, yung interview. And then, the interviewer may forget, yeah. The interviewer is most valued in determining the applicant's intelligence, level of motivation, and interpersonal skills. Maganda kasi yung interviewer talaga maging interested sa'yo, magkwento ka talaga about your personal experiences, rather than just saying idealistic situation or idea na parang common idea na dapat meron talaga yung aplikante, the bare minimum. So, as much as possible, show them what you really got. Show them what your intelligence, your level of motivation. Di ba? Especially, for example, your personal experiences in life. Di ba? Okay. So, going back to the interview, tinanong ako, what is the reason? Siyempre, 10 years ka na sa company. What is your reason in why do you look for another job? Common answer na sinabi ko, common. At first, sinabi ko yung common answer. I really want for a career development. Since working for 10 years, I think I really grow, and I'm very capable enough to handle a larger group of people, larger responsibility, and higher responsibility. So that's common question, common answer. But show them your level of motivation. Okay? So sinabi ko, but honestly, one of the reason is that I really need a higher salary because of what happened for me with me last 2 months. Yun yung sinagot ko. So my father was hospitalized and got in the ICU for 2 days, and then stayed in the hospital for about a week. And then after we got out of hospital, he has to undergo maintenance medicine, around 16 medicine until August, and then a monthly laboratory. That requires me a lot of money to support them. Because I'm the eldest among the 6 siblings, my parents were, sabi kong gano'n, my parents were separated, and right now, I'm the only one who supported both of my family. So I really need to have a higher salary than my current. Talagang pinakita ko yung motivation. Kumbaga, makikilala ka nila at malalaman nila what is the who are you behind this work. Na makikita nila, ay, possible mag-stay to sa company kasi meron talaga siyang meron siyang motivation. Pero pag nakita kasi ng mga interviewer na parang wala lang sa'yo yung trabaho, matanggap ka man or wala, or makita nila that you have the enough money even though hindi ka magtrabaho dito, wala, mahihirapan ka nila tanggapin. Ano? So structured and well-organized interviews are more reliable than unstructured and unorganized one. Ayan. Most likely, interviewers naman, meron silang series of questions na binibigay or naka-prepare. Okay? So how can you close the deal? After the interview, the series of interview, the examinations. So how will you close the deal? Interviewers to treat the recruiting and hiring employees as if the applicant must be sold on the job and exposed only to an organization positive characteristics and likely to have a workforce that is dissatisfied and prone to high turnover. Ganito, normally, pag the-interview, after the interview, tapos na siya magtanong, ang gagawin ng recruiter sa inyo, nag-interview, sasabihin niya sa iyo, ano ba yung meron sa organization? Who are we as an organization? Ano yung ginagawa namin? What is our goal? Ano ba yung meron dito? Ano, uh, kapag ang interviewer, more on positive characteristics lang yung sinabi niya, it will likely to have a workforce that is dissatisfied and prone to high turnover. As much as possible, after the interview, sasabihin ng interviewer yung mga positive and negative characteristic ng isang organization. Para at least, yung applicants is, tawag dito, yung expectation niya is hindi masira, 'di ba? For example, sasabihin mo, sir, actually our working hours here is from 8 to 5, pero madalas kasi talaga yung overtime until 8 p.m. and then we also have work on Saturday. Is that okay with you? Sasabihin sa'yo ng interviewer mo yun. Siyempre, ikaw na gusto mo ng trabaho. Yes, it's okay. Pero pagdating pala dun, ayaw mo pala, no? So, may mga ganun talaga tayong situation. So, as much as possible, the interviewer must expose all the positive and the negative characteristic in order to eliminate yung dissatisfaction and prone to high turnover ng mga applicants. So to increase job satisfaction among employees and reduce turnover, managers should consider a realistic job preview or the IRJP na sinasabi ko kanina na kung saan include both positive and negative information about the job and the company. Again, balikan ko yung interview sa akin nung last 27. Honestly, tinapat ako nung manager talaga. Sabi niya, actually sir, after na interview, sabi niya, actually sir, yung the way you speak, the way you talk to us, I can see that you are a very friendly person, that you're a jolly person, that you are good in handling people. But here in our company, you must not be like that. Sabi niya gano'n. So, parang during that time, na ako, na parang sabi ko, baka wala ng pag-asa kasi nga, iba yung hinahanap ng characteristics. You must be lion. Sabi niya sa akin gano'n. Ano ibig sabihin lion? You have to be um strong, you have to be intimidating, you have to really stick with your decisions. Sabi niya sa akin gano'n. You have to be lion. And somehow nakita rin man niya sa akin daw yun by nagbibigay kasi siya ng mga tanong sa akin na paulit-ulit yung tinatanong, nagbibigay siya ng mga different scenario from that particular question. And then, ang good thing talaga daw is hindi ako nagbabago ng decision. This is one of the Pero pagdating daw talaga doon sa trabaho, kailangan maging lion ka. Kasi yung trabaho, it requires you to be intimidating doon sa mga customers, doon sa suppliers. Kasi we have to keep the KPI. So yun, kailangan sabihin mo talaga ano yung kailangan doon sa trabaho. Ano? So yan. But, if after the interview naman, the RJP, the realistic job preview, most of the interviewers will ask you, do you have any question? Yun, kung may mga gusto kang malaman pa about the company, you always ask them. Ako, lagi ko tinatanong, I would like to ask the work schedule, if ano, and then kung mayroong shuttle services. Sometimes, diba, hindi namin gano'n ng sasakyan, kailangan may shuttle services. Gastos kasi sa gas yun, di ba? So, yung working hours, tinatanong ko siya kasi it would really affect my decisions if I will accept the job or not. For example, working hours will be from 7 to 7 from Monday to Friday. 12 hours for 5 days? That's too much for me, actually. Maybe 48 hours is enough. So, may mga ganun kasing 48 hours. 5 days pa din, pero 7 to 6 ng Monday to Thursday, and then Friday 7 to 4. And then as much as possible, ayoko din talaga ng Saturday. Meron kasing gano'n, 8 to 8 or 7 to 7 from Monday to Saturday. And it is really exhausting. You have to ask. Okay? So that's the end of the first part of our discussion for today. So to serve as your attendance for today, you have to comment your name and section on the comment section, and I will record it. Okay? So that would be all for our first part. Please wait for the second part to be uploaded. Thank you, everyone.